Welcome to MARC Matters, a monthly series produced by MARC of Manchester that focus on people with disabilities, their success and challenges to live, work, and enjoy the community. My name is Thomas McCann, the host of MARC Matters. Today, we will be talking with Molly Devanney and Mary O'Connell, co-chairs of MARC Public Relations Committee. Oh, man, like that. Molly, what is MARC Public Relations Committee?
Hi Tom, thanks for having Mary and I here today with you to talk a little bit about the Public Relations Committee. We're really excited about it. The committee was set up to get the word out to people about MARC. It's building a brand new building on Sheldon Road, and Mary will today talk to you a little bit about the details about that. But we're in charge. Kevin came to us and talked to us about being involved, and we are on the committee with people in town, such as banks and businesses and just all members of the community that can help create awareness and raise funds for the new building for MARC. So we're pretty excited.
Molly, please tell us about yourself.
My name's Molly Devanney. I work at Highland Park Market, which is a family business which my grandfather bought back in 1953. My dad has taken over since, and I've been working there on and off for 15 years now. So it's been a lot of fun. I work in the front end. I see people all day long, work on the registers. I go into the schools and talk about food safety with the different children in the town. I go to Highland Park School. I go to St. James School. Any of the schools that come to us and approach us and go and talk about food safety in the schools. I also work on a bunch of different committees in town. I volunteer a lot of hours through the store, in charge of the ice cream cart. Any donations that come to our store, I'm really involved a lot with that. So it's a lot of fun because you get to meet a lot of people in the town and give back to the community, which is one of our biggest things about Highland Park. So I really enjoy it. So this is, one good opportunity that I get to be involved with. So I'm really excited about it.
Molly, you talked about food safety.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. We have a whole program that's designed for young children, and it makes food safety really easy for kids to understand, where it's important when you come home from school to wash your hands before you eat meals, that you're not putting your backpack on the floor and then putting it on the kitchen table where you're spreading germs around. All different ways that kids can help with food safety, putting things in the refrigerator when they get home from the store, not eating something that's been out on a table for a few hours. Just little things that young children can do and participate in and help food safety in their homes. So it's pretty exciting.
That's very interesting. Mary, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Tom, I'm very glad to be here to help MARC with their fundraising for their new building.
I'm happy to hear.
Yeah. I'm a parent of a special needs son. My husband and I have a son, Neil. He is 28 years old, and he has 3 brothers and 2 sisters. And he's been with MARC for the past 6 years. And thanks to MARC, and he is now gainfully employed by Bob's Discount Furniture Store. And he is living in a MARC residence for the past 3 years in a 2-bedroom condo or apartment. And he's very happy there. So thanks to MARC, he has adjusted very well. And we were very pleased with where he's at today.
That's good. Molly, that organization committee, are you involved with?
Sure. in the town of Manchester, I've been really involved with a lot of different committees. I work on the Christmas in April, which is Rebuilding Together now it's called, and it's just rebuilding houses and helping out people in our community that need, you know, painting on their house. And it's the best thing about it is, like, I don't have many skills as far as putting a nail in the wall and hammering. I can do that, but you can paint and pick up leaves and do a bunch of stuff. So that was a lot of fun to be involved with. I'm on the St. James School Board. I'm on the Let's Children's Museum Board. Very busy, very, very busy person. I have a lot going on. I'm on the March of Manchester Board of Directors as well. So a bunch of different things, but enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun to work with people. So I'm excited about it.
Wow. Mary, what organization committee are you involved with?
Well, not too many at the moment, except the fundraiser for MARC. When our children were growing up, I was very involved in their school activities and the sports activities, and I was very active in local politics as a volunteer, and I enjoyed that very much. Then after Neil was born, I had to cut back on a few things, and we had some new challenges to face. Together we were very successful with the support of all the family members and the community and the neighbours, and we were more focused on where Neil was going to go. So that took up a lot of my time, and mostly I have been involved in his education. And then since we have become acquainted with MARC, and Neil is now working with MARC, that's where I have put my energies and any time I've had to spare, I have worked with MARC, and that's where I will remain to stay and help out and do the best I can for them. So you'll be seeing a lot of me around MARC.
So Molly, I'll beat you a little bit.
No. Mary's very, very, very busy. She has a million things. She's got 6 children.
And 7 grandchildren.
So she...
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
That's a whole lot. That's way more than I could ever do.
Now, this is for both of you.
Sure.
How did you both get involved with MARC?
Do you want to start off, Mary, or would you like...
How did we get involved with...
How did you both get involved with MARC?
Well, I got involved with MARC through the high school. When Neil was a senior at the high school, he was transitioned from high school to MARC, and he went from school 1 day a week to MARC from January through June for training and in the community. So he worked 1 day a week at MARC and 2 days of February, 3 in March, and by the time he got to June, he was with MARC 5 days a week. And I was very impressed with the professionalism and the guidance that he got from MARC, and it helped him a great deal. And I knew it was going to be very successful for him. And I've been to MARC, I would say, every week in the past 6 years, and I've seen the tremendous work they do. I've also seen the cramped facilities they had to work in, and it amazed me that they were able to do so much good in such a small area. And then their parking area was it's beginning to be a nightmare, really, because I was amazed at how they could get people in and out of there, you know, with their vans and drop-offs and pickups, and to do it in safety, with the safety of the people involved. So that is why they need a bigger, better place, more. They can help the people more now, and especially since the special needs people, they're growing every year, so they're getting more people in there. So that's where I'm going to focus my energy, on helping them get where they want to go.
Is he involved with MARC Bowling League?
Well, I'm involved in in the bowling. Their social calendar is filled. They have bowling twice a week. one in East Hartford, one in Burren, and then they have youth night on Monday night in South Windsor. They have karaoke night on Wednesday night. They go out to dinner on Friday night. So I try to keep my finger in the pie and just show up at the different events, and it's always fun. They have their annual picnic, and I enjoy every minute of it. So it's a social out for me too.
In self-advocacy?
Yes, yes. To the extent that I can be. Mark is doing a good job in that area also. So I'm there whenever I'm needed, and I just show up and enjoy the social activities that all the clients are involved in. And that's one of my social outlets.
That's very good.
Yeah.
How about you?
I guess you would say I probably got involved with MARC in a different kind of way, because I got involved where we had Jimmy Mistretta, who, a fellow Yankees fan of mine, started working at Highland Park years ago. I know, the team you don't want to hear about, but and you know, I consider him one of my great friends, because he's always there with a smile on his face. And so, you know, that's probably how I knew Mark is first off, is probably, you know, growing up, like having Jimmy around, and just he's such a great person to have around, because he always makes people laugh, and he's always, you know, been in, you know, such a great worker. So I've really, you know, got to know Mark through, that was my first introduction to Mark probably. And it was something that my father had always, you know, it's really important to Mark of Manchester is very, very important to my father. And he always, you know, stressed that importance of Mark in our community with us. And I don't think, you know, you know, he talked a lot about Lori growing up and like how much work she did for Mark. And I think that, you know, when I first think of Mark, I think of Jimmy, because, you know, he's just, for, you know, where I am in my life, like at Highland Park, it's Jimmy, you know, is the face of Mark as far as our business goes. And then, you know, just seeing Lori in action and seeing her work so hard for so many years, and just seeing that, you know, that's, you know, where I came a part of it. And just, you know, being able to like help out and, you know, work with the people for Mark has just been a lot. You know, you see, you know, the people that work for Mark, and they're such hard workers, and they, you know, and the people that come to Mark that are served, it's just, you guys are great people, and I really enjoy and truly enjoy every minute of it. So I'm thankful that I'm asked to be involved. So.
Well, Mark is a godsend.
Yes.
Mary, how did you become co-chair of the committee?
Well, I was approached. I said, Mary, you're the co-chair of the committee. And that's how I was approached. I was only happy to be of help.
So you talked yourself into it.
How I talked myself into it. There's an obvious need for a larger facility, and working towards that end was something that I'm just put my whole self into it in every way that I can. And like I said, the lack of adequate parking and the safety issues that concerns me a lot. And the facility itself inside is kind of busting at the seams. And it's amazing the type of work they're doing there. So I will give 100% of whatever I can to make the dream come true of a new building.
It's really easy to go out in the community and ask for something and not feel bad about it, because you really and truly believe in a cause for something. And I think that's what, you know, one advantage that, you know, when we both walked in and we're told, okay, you guys are going to be co-chairs, we were laughing about it this morning over coffee, because I'm like, how were you asked, Mary? How were you asked? And, you know, oh, Lori came to me and told me, okay. And you just kind of shook your head because you knew you were going to work on something that you truly believed in. And I think that's what makes it really easy. And, you know, for us, it's such a good cause, and it's just, you know, there's so many people that can help out in the community. You know, how many people are involved with our committee is, you know, there's probably 20 people in our committee that are involved, but you know, you have a ton of other supporters out there that believe in the cause too. So everyone's really, every time you talk about that, people are excited about the project, and it's for the reasons that Mary's talking about. It's the parking, it's all those things that you truly believe in, like the space for the senior center. It's going to grow significantly when it goes into the new building, and that just, those things are exciting, and you believe in that, and you know they need it. So that's why it's exciting to be here and be a part of this.
So let me ask you this, Molly. How were you approached?
Same way Mary was approached. I think I walked into my first meeting and they told us we were co-chairs. I don't think I really knew what it meant at first. So I just said, sure, whatever you need me to do, because I don't know. As my dad has always said, whatever Mark needs, you tell him, that's not a problem. So, that's kind of why I went in there and shook my head yes. So that's then we're here today. So
Mary, what are some of the items discussed at the meetings?
Well, the town has approved the building, and it has passed, and they closed the property on August 6th. And of course, we've had the golf tournament, and that was a tremendous success. And we discuss other options to raise money for the building, and that's on the agenda now. We've had a few fundraisers, but it's ongoing, and one of the things we'll be doing, Molly and I will be doing, is the coins for MARC, and reaching the businesses and letting them work with us and help us do the fundraisers. So it's mostly what we discuss is how to raise money, and the ways to do it, and how to reach the most in the community, so that people will be involved and do their share. And I'm sure people are only too happy to do that, but it's just getting to reach them and let them take it from there and help out as much as they can.
And the greatest thing about it is it's really kind of a reminder for the committee to get together to show them, okay, we had the night, the bike, I'm trying to think of the exact name, was it the bike drive thing, and just, it's for all these things to be up to date for people to say, okay, well, this is where we are, this is where we're going, this is the progress that we've made, these are the grants that we're working on, these are all the different types of things that the MARC office is working on now, and this is where we need people's help on. So it's just giving updates really for the board to, of what's going on in the community. Then you can go back to your business and talk it up with people. So
before I give you my next question, Mary, who pushed you to build for this committee?
Who pushed me?
Who pushed you?
Well, who approached me?
Not pushed you.
I think it was Kevin. I think
was it Kevin for you too?
Kevin for me as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin's a good person.
He is a good person.
Well, he knew I wouldn't say no.
I think, it's, you see Kevin working hard in the community. He's everywhere. He's doing everything and, really promoting MARC. And I don't think there's many people, there's a lot of people you can say no to, but Kevin's not on that list of saying no to. So
So we couldn't say no to him.
Yep.
Well, if you watch him on Channel 14 and watch him at Lincoln Center and what he does, he's very outgoing.
Yep. He cares a lot, and it's hard to find people that care a lot. So,
Molly, how often does the committee meet?
Right now we meet quarterly, which is great because when you ask people to be involved with something, you don't want to give them a commitment where it's too much, where it's, okay, well, we're going to meet every 2 weeks and we need to have this done, where we meet quarterly. So it's a big commitment on people in between to get things done, but it's not an overly, abundant amount of work for them. So we meet quarterly now. So our next meeting, we just had a meeting last week, and our next meeting is going to be in December. So we have assignments to do in between here and there. So hopefully people will get those done in the next week.
Oh, I think I'd like to join someday.
We'd love to have you, Tom.
Mary, we have read in the paper about the MARC new building that's going up on Shun Road in Manchester. How was that to come?
Well, the building committee is working on the nuts and bolts of the building project, and our involvement is the fundraising aspect to bring awareness to the businesses in the community and the community at large. That's our involvement, and hopefully we'll be successful. We'll give it our all, won't we, Molly?
That's right. We're going to try.
Yeah.
Molly, what type of fundraisers have been discussed at the committee?
Sure. We've been talking about a huge number of fundraisers. One that I'm going to let Mary talk about because it's pretty exciting. It's our biggest one that we have going on that we're launching right now. But we've also talked about doing, huge events like a wine auction and a gala event, and then, trying to, possibly sell trinkets and, around the holiday times, and then also, try to sell water and those kind of things at different events that happen in the town. But right now, I'm very excited for Mary to talk about our coins. This is our biggest thing that we're going to be doing. So right now, to get local businesses involved. I want Mary to talk about it because it's something that we're both pretty excited about it as well. So Mary has a prop for us and everything.
Yeah.
Well, Mary, that's the next question. Can you tell us about the coin of MARC fundraiser?
Yeah, we discussed that at the committee meetings, and it was decided that we would use the canisters to place them on the counters at the local businesses in supermarkets and wine and liquor stores and any other place that we can get people to take the canisters. And we think this is a great way to get the people involved, the local people involved and the businesses. And no amount of money is too small, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, dollars. We'll take anything we get. And we have come up with a prop that's, that we think it's fairly visible, and I think it'll give, I think right off they'll see the message. They will see that it's for MARC Inc. Building Fund, and we hope it will bring out a lot of, that it will raise a lot of money for us. And the more businesses we can reach, the better. So that's what we're asking all the committee members and ourselves to get as many people as we can to take these canisters and place them in the areas where we can collect the most money, naturally.
Have you ever thought of going door to door for this too?
I don't think I have.
We did talk about it. It was definitely something that we had talked about at our first meeting, was going door to door, and it's if everyone in the town put in $1, it's such a huge thing. It's just and then that's kind of where we stormed into this thing was it's all like any change builds up after a while. So it's as soon as somebody puts a dime in here, if they put a couple pennies in here, that's just something they can say, oh, I put money into that building. So I definitely gave something. So it's just people can take that oh yeah, I helped support that. That building's there because I put my change in there. And that's what was important to us. It's those pennies that go in there. A few pennies add up after a while. It's so important that we're not necessarily looking for the $1,000 $1 million donation from everyone, which we'd gladly accept. But right now it's just the change that matters right now, and see how that builds up after a while. It's the dollar bills, it's 20s that go in there. It's just we're looking for smaller donations from the canisters, but we definitely welcome the large ones. But it's just a way that we can, build up money and get people involved. And also the advertising aspect of it is just having this and placing these in businesses throughout. They're going to be at we're going to have them at Highland Park, we're going to have them at New Alliance Bank, we're going to have them at Rockville Bank, we're going to have them at the Super 8 Motel, we're going to have it at Manchester Wine and Liquors, hopefully we'll have it at Ann Miller Real Estate. A lot of the local businesses in town, Lennox Pharmacy, all the different businesses in town that we can get involved as much as possible. So it's just, you know, something that's like the people in Manchester and surrounding communities can be involved with it.
Well, that's
Manchester.
Manchester residents?
Yeah, road race.
Road race. Yep,
Yeah.
that's another part of fundraising is the grants. So we're seeking out grants from the SBM Charitable Foundation, the Savings Bank of Manchester Charitable Foundation. We're writing, Ken is in the middle of writing out grant proposals for them. And that's something the Hartford Foundation, and then the Manchester Road Race Foundation, like those are all things that we're looking into, you know, prospective grants. So those, you know, to get dollars in that way as well. So it's not only are we going out and seeking donations through like the canisters or through mailing, but we're also seeking grants and writing grants at the same time.
If you see this in any store or any business, please put money in. It's going for a good cause.
That's right. Thanks, Tom.
And now what did I? Okay. How many canisters will be placed in the community, and will they be placed?
We're hoping for 100 canisters to be placed throughout the community. That's our goal right now, is to be some places at the banks, you'll see them like lined up at every teller station at like Rockville Bank, New Alliance Bank, and hopefully a couple others are going to buy on and let us know that they'll be involved with it too. But we're hoping like 100, you know, canisters throughout. You may see more than one at some locations, but you know, we're hoping to have at least 100 out there in the community. So.
Well, I hope we see a lot of them, a lot out there, and we hope that people do put money in because it's going for a good cause.
That's right.
And I like to see this building built. Mary, in addition to the canisters money, why did the committee think that it was important to do the type of fundraisers?
Well, again, it's a way to reach as many people as we possibly can, to make them aware of how much money is needed to build this building. And it needs a lot of money to build a building. So the more people we reach, the better. So the canister was one way to do it, and grants is another way to do it. And any other fundraising tactics that we can think of, we'll be doing that too.
And if people want to get involved, or you know, if there's any businesses out there that we haven't approached yet that would like to be involved, they can contact either Mary or myself or Ken or Kevin at MARC. You know, any way that you know, we'd be happy to answer any questions. Any committee members would be the same as well. So please contact either the two of us. We'd be happy to talk to you. Probably till we're blue in the face about MARC, and also Ken and Kevin at MARC. So.
For both of you, is there any other comments that you would like to give us about the committee and the fundraising?
Just that, you know, we're both excited to be here, and the committee is as well, and you know, it's all very important to us. So anything that people in the community can do, we're very appreciative. So thank you, Tom, for having us here today. It's been great for us to be able to come out and talk a little bit more about the fundraising that we're doing, but we really appreciate it, because anytime we have an opportunity to talk about it in the newspaper or, you know, through, you know, this, it's just a great thing. So thank you very much.
And I also think the people on the committee their focus is to make life better for the people with disabilities, and I think that's the #1 issue, just to make life better for them.
Okay, I'd like to thank my two guests for coming here. They enlightened us about about the committee and the building. My name is Tom McCann. I want to thank you for watching MARC Matters this month, and we'll see you next month.
Great job.